Hey, this is Aaron. I'm going to take you through another workout today. This is going to be not an equipment-free one, but there are ways to do pretty much all these exercises with some other kind of heavy thing. Bowling ball, book, rock, if you could find one big enough. But there's ways to do it that you don't need like actual gym equipment, but it does help. So I'm going to take you through what I'm doing. Start right here. Got V-ups, concentration curls, leg lifts, plank crunches, wrist curls, and band curls. So these are all just ancillary exercises. I'm doing a push-pull workout. So Monday I do push muscles. So exercises like squats, that's going to hit your quads because that's a push. Bench press, that's your chest and your triceps. You're doing pushes. Overhead press, that's triceps, deltoids. Doing stuff like shrugs, tricep extension, calf raises. And then the pull day, that's one where it's like deadlift, because that's your hamstrings, lat pull downs, which is your back, specifically your latissimus dorsi, some reverse flies, which is, sounds kind of like a reverse butterfly. You're kind of doing this motion. But that's the most of them. And then in between those two major workouts, you kind of hit whatever you feel like you need to build on. So if you feel like a muscle group isn't getting worked out as much, instead of dropping the workout and looking for one that has everything, you just kind of fill in the gaps when if something feels more sore, maybe give that the extra day to recover. But if you feel like something could use the work still, then that's what this day is for. So we'll run through that quick. All right, first thing is going to be warm up, and I'm going to do a jumping rope workout, or warm up, sorry. And I got some Slayer going because it always helps to have some music to get you pumped up when you're working out. So I'm going to do this jump rope warm up first, about like 2 to 5 minutes. All right, heart rate's up. Now we're gonna jump right into it. First thing was V-ups. So that's ab workout. Show you like proper form and then knock out the sets. Alright, going over proper form for a V-up. And you can tell this is a quarantine cut. Trying to keep the hair out of my face. But you just get on your butt, lay down like a corpse, and then get your arms up over your head. Now I like to get my feet up first, and then you're gonna try not to go up and then touch them like this. You want to keep them kind of neat. Almost at like that 45 degree. And that's your proper V-up form. So that was 1 set of 20. I'm gonna do that 4 times. So I got 3 more sets of 20 V-ups. And then cycle on to the next exercise. So here's that 3 more times. Alright, I didn't get the 4 sets of 20 that I wanted. I got 20, 19, 12, and 13. So I didn't hit the goals that I wanted to, but I did my best. That's sometimes you're just not in it. I woke up at like 3 this morning to go try to hunt turkeys, and just not as much energy as I usually would have. So I did the number of sets, but I didn't hit my rep goal. But that's all right, as long as you're still working, and you push as hard as you could. But now the next thing is rolling into concentration curls. So I'll go over what that exercise looks like, and then kind of what you can do if you don't have weights to do it with. Alright, so concentration curl is you gotta do one arm at a time, and it's focusing on your bicep, specifically your short head. So when you curl like that, that's your short head. If you do like a hammer curl and it's kind of that wider, that's your long head. So this is gonna be a short head exercise. You got your weight, and then demonstrate with a 25, but you get the back of your arm, so like your tricep, kind of against your thigh here. And the idea is to give you some resistance, so that's like keeping you from swinging your arm forward to get it up, or kind of like pulling it to get it up. So it's kind of a stabilizer. So you pick it up, keep your chest up, arm against your leg, and then just curl up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you switch arms, but if you don't have a weight, then here's some other stuff you can do it with. Alright, found a good substitute. My grandma's bowling ball from when she used to do a bowling league. Just hold it however you can, and then same thing. You're just substituting the weight. And if it's too light, then just do as many as you can until that muscle starts burning, and then switch. Here's another one. Found a bucket of sand from this winter, doing the sidewalks and all. A little harder to do it because it's so tall, but you could still work the muscle out. But the point being, I know it's kind of ridiculous, but you don't need a bunch of stuff. It's easier if you do have the equipment that's designed for these exercises, but it's not really necessary. It helps, but you can make do. Now we're going to leg lifts. There's 4 sets of 15, and I like doing them on the bench just because I feel like it gives me room to actually like go all the way down without stressing my lower back or anything. But you can do them on the ground. You can do them on this thing. This is a Roman chair. The back goes here, forearms go here, like this. Whereas you just brace yourself and then swing your legs up. And that's one way to do it. But I think I just like to do it on the bench better. But alright, we're gonna do 4 sets of that. Alright, and here's how I do them. Go back. I like to put my arms behind my head, kind of like the relaxed beach pose, and then kick my legs out. 2, 3. Four sets. You might be thinking, how come you're not breathing heavy or sweating this time? Whereas in the last video I was like really wore out. And I guess it's as simple as this isn't supposed to be like a really strenuous workout, because you're just kind of hitting these smaller muscle groups. You're gonna get them tired, but the point is to really push it on the main lifting days. Like, this is a pretty ab heavy workout day, but if you wear them out too much, then it's gonna be a lot harder to stabilize the weight that I'm squatting tomorrow. So you don't want to like rip your core up and then not be able to push it when you really want to. So, you know, you want to really feel it, but you don't want to be so sore that you can't do your main lifting tomorrow. And I'll take you through what that workout looks like and kind of like proper form for those exercises too. This next one is plank crunches, which is just a variation of the plank that I showed you in the equipment free workout. And I like this one because to me planks get kind of monotonous. Once you build your core up enough where you could do them for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute at a time, then I feel like you're not getting too much out of it other than working some stabilizer muscles in there, your interior abdominal wall. But this is a good switch just because you're getting to hit that muscle in a different way. So you can do like a normal plank and then throw in some crunches just to work it out harder. Or do a normal plank but put some weight on your back or wear a backpack just to make it a little bit harder. But this is going to be plank crunches. I'm going to show you how to do them now. Alright, proper form. I'm going to get in that plank position. Go on this low plank. Back straight. And all you're going to do is crunch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. You might notice how my back's rounded. You're not really picking your butt straight up. You want to crunch it in. It's almost like you're tucking your tailbone in. And that's the form you're going for. So, 3 more sets of those. Alright, got those done. Now, rolling into second to last exercise, which is probably one of the most underworked muscles that we have, I would say, other than our neck. No one really works our neck out. But forearm curls. We're gonna do wrist curls where take a weight. I like to put my forearm against the top of my thigh. And I'll hold the weight and I'll curl up. And then I'll switch it and I'll do it this way. And that's just to kind of work this top muscle here, but then also to get these bottom muscles going. And that's gonna just help your grip strength. And that way, when you get to lifting heavier weights, your grip's not like the weak point. Which, I mean, they do make straps that can assist with that anyway, but it's good to not have like glaring weak points if you can avoid it. So right now, going into wrist curls. And wrist curls are probably one of the friendlier exercises that you could do with things that aren't necessarily weights. Like I'm gonna use these 5-pound weights. So I'll do 10 pounds forward curl and then 5 pounds for this reverse curl. But really you could do it with anything that you can actually hold on to. But here's a demonstration of what it looks like. I like to put just a few fingers in between the hole in the weight. And then got it placed like this. And just curl up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the idea is to really keep that bind point there. You're not trying to do this because it's going to be working your bicep. You want to keep that flat and just really work these little muscles. So switch sides. I like to do curls, switch arms, curls, and then go to top curls like that. So switch arms, and here's this tutorial of the top facing one. Kind of the same grip, except now your hand is down. And then you're just gonna go up, down, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not losing that connection, not losing that connection. I lost count, I think that's 9, 10. Alright, so 4 sets of those, 10 each direction. So I like to go heavier when I'm curling my wrist up, like this, just because that, to me, is the stronger muscle, whereas this is the weaker one. So that's the kind of thing you have to compensate for. You're not going to lift the same for every muscle group, so don't feel bad about adjusting your weights, or maybe one arm is stronger than the other one. Like I'm a righty, sometimes I could get an extra curl with my right arm that my left arm can't get. Do I want to? Not necessarily.
but keep that in mind, because if you are uneven, then it might help to try to strengthen that weak side up. But let's knock out these 4 sets of wrist curls. Going to the last exercise now. This one is band curls, which you do need a band to do band curls, but you're really just working that short head muscle again. So I'm gonna use bands because I've got them, but you could grab a broom and tie a towel around it and tie it to a hamper or something. Really anything. Here's a pallet. Really anything, just to work that muscle out. I'm gonna do heavy bands just so when I do it, I'm only maybe maxing out at like 5 reps. So I think I picked this up at like Dick's Sporting Goods or something, but these are nice to have because you could do a whole bunch of exercises with them. But show you what that looks like, band curl. Typically I would just step on it. So loop it, get it like right in the middle of my foot. Grab it, palm up, and then you're just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch arms. So I also switch feet. Now get that grip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a little bit light, so I'm gonna go heavier. But like I was saying, you could just do more reps. But I'm specifically trying to train to increase strength right now. So I'm going lower weight, or sorry, I said that wrong. I'm going higher weight with lower reps. There's this thing called muscular hypertrophy, which is like the prime rep range for muscle growth, which is typically between 6 and 10 repetitions. But for strength training, you want to be between 3 and 5. So I do 5 sets of 5. And that's my usual like strength routine rep count. So for this one, I'm doing 5 by 5. But really, depending on your goals, you could go really low weight and super high reps, and that's going to just build your endurance and lean muscle, but not necessarily going to increase raw strength. But that's for another video. So 4 sets of these, or sorry, 5 sets total, 4 more sets. Gotta finish off the workout on a good note. So got one of my favorite metal bands, Gojira, going. So finish this workout strong, and we'll see you on the other side. Well, it was a good workout. Felt good. Feel tight. Not too sore. Not too worn out. But you know, feel like I did something. Kind of the same thing. Sip some water and take in some protein quick, and then try to just stay hydrated.